Yo, it's your boy Straight Boss OV8 from Straight Smoke Gaming, and welcome to another video brought to you by one of the DLC vehicles. And in this video, we're going to be testing and giving our honest opinion of perhaps the best look. Well, no, scratch that. It's not perhaps. It is the best looking vehicle of the DLC. The summer DLC for GTA 5 Online in 2020 rather. Jesus. Alright. You see here, it is the Coquette. I think that's how you pronounce it. Okay, its top speed, acceleration, pretty run-of-the-mill for most sports cars, and this is a sports car. Its traction looks really good, so that's a plus. Braking, a little lackluster compared to what you can get on some other sports cars, and it's a very sharp looking vehicle. You know, I always say in our videos that it is our opinion and it's open for debate, and it's always on how you handle a car and whatnot when you get used to it. But this, based on looks, I will argue with anybody until my last dying breath that this is hands down the best looking vehicle of this summer update for sure. As you can see there, it is a sports. Go ahead, we're going to show you a little bit of liveries. Obviously you want best engine and all that crap, but I wanted to show some of the livery options that you have. And you know, you got your basic black stripe, your basic white stripe, two stripes of the same color, and you got the manufacturer livery there, which is kind of sharp. I did end up going with the black manufacturer livery. And you got a Patriot. I'm just not big on these type of liveries on cars. I'm just not. It seems like 50% of the people are, 50% of the people aren't. Probably the best livery is probably the paint party livery, but to me that's basic, so I didn't go with that. I ended up going the manufacturer livery. Anyway, let's get down to the brass tacks. Enough with the cosmetics. Let's put this thing to the test. Here we're going to be doing a straightaway speed test like we normally do anytime we're testing on a vehicle. Anytime we do yay or nays, we do speed test up here in Sandy Shores. You can see here we're testing against other vehicles. The D10 back there, that's the main what we're testing. But we're going against other sports cars, and not only just sports cars, other sports cars within the price range. Okay, so here you have this the Schlagen GT, which is 1.3. It's a little bit cheaper than the 1.5. You got the Revolter, you got the Locust, you got the Vapid GT, you got the old Pariah, the king of sports cars, fastest one, and then we got the D10 here. Now again, I put the price range anywhere from 1.3 to 1.7. So we grabbed a couple vehicles within that price range. I put 200,000 before the 1.5 and 200,000 after. So cars like the Tally GTO, that's not here in the speed test. I'm testing this against vehicles within somewhat close to the price range. And you can see here, yeah, the Pariah is gone. The Revolter is gone. Me and the Vapid, we're hanging back. It was neck and neck there. We last or second to last, but the final results were the Pariah did win that speed test. The Revolter took second. Schlagen GT took third. The Locust was fourth, and the Vapid Flash and the D10 were about even. And next we're going to go ahead and test the brakes, because obviously what speed if you can't stop the car? Now before you modded it, the braking was not that good on the D10. As you can see here, they're supposed to be stopping at the brigade there, and it took a while for it to stop. So here we got the end results of all the vehicles. The Vapid Flash, the slowest vehicle, had the best brakes, oddly enough. And then we had like a three-way tie here. The Revolter was up a little bit, or no, the Revolter was back a little bit. The Schlagen GT barely bumped it to move it up a little bit. So there was like a three-way tie between the D10, the Schlagen GT, and the Locust. The Revolter was not far off with a third, but oddly enough, the worst brakes out of the 6 cars we tested was the Pariah, which seems odd to me because after it's modded it has much better brakes. So take it for what it's worth. So there we go. The D10 so far did not test well in the speed, and it did about run-of-the-mill average on the brakes. So okay, next thing we did a race. We did a very basic taking off race. This was non-contact. Here I am in a Neo, but I was going up against I believe the Schlager GT, the Pariah, the Italy GTO, and of course the D10. And we're going to be showing the results of that race here. Everyone spun out. Everyone spun themselves out except the Pariah and the Schlager GT. Those two ran a clean race. And okay, I didn't put the results, but anyway, the Pariah finished first. The Schlager GT was a slim, very close second, and the D10 ended up finishing 4th in that race out of the 6. So again, there was a spin out there, but here we go. We're testing on the streets of Los Santos here. Let's put that traction to the test, and needless to say, I was not impressed. For it, I mean, look at that. Why am I spinning out? Why on God's green earth would I be spinning out on a damn near straightaway? That was the slightest turn, a little bit of a curve. So the traction on this car says it's the best. It's up there all the way, but no, it's not. This thing fishtails, spins out all by itself. You have to brake down. You have to brake hard, almost to a stop, in order to turn. So no, this car is looks only. Okay, so know that going in before you buy it. It is sharp, but what's under the hood is not impressive. So know that before you buy this car for 1.5. All right, guys, stay tuned for more.